and today I'm going to talk about the board game Shimiagaran, and I'm going to teach you how to play this game. So Shimiagaran is a game that was published in Iran in 2021, and the game is in Farsi, as you can see in the cover art that is in front of you. Uh, I have made a few points on the video that you can skip to. So first I'm going to talk a bit about the story and the lore, so to speak, of the game. And then I'm going to talk about how to set up the game and then how to play the game. So feel free to skip if you don't care about the story behind the game or whatever you feel right about. Okay, so the story of Shimiagaran is about a couple of alchemists. So the word Shimiagaran in Farsi is a play on the word alchemist. So it's not quite alchemist, but it plays with that word. And in this game, we are talking about a ancient alchemist who did achieve the things that ancient alchemists wanted to achieve, uh, but the regular alchemist wanted him gone because the philosophy stone and the elixirs that this person achieved was too powerful, and they wanted to keep doing like regular chemistry and sell to kings and all that stuff. So they pushed this person away. This person is named Angle, uh, and he has this invisible workshop, which is kind of a triangle. And the story of the game, how all of that relates to the game, is that this person is trying to recruit a couple of people who are crazy enough, a couple of alchemists who are crazy enough to try to become real alchemists, making magical potions and elixirs and whatnot. And this person is trying a few people to see who fits the bill. And the winner of the game, which is one of the players playing as the alchemist, would be one person that drinks the elixir of life, an elixir of invisibility, an elixir of immortality, and will join the great alchemist Angle, in the future. So this is the story of the game. So as you can see here, this game takes about an hour, give or take. So the first time you play it, it may take an hour, but when players get familiar with the rules, it could take maybe 35-40 minutes. You can play this game 2 to 5 players, and the rules for 3 to 5 players are the same, but the rules could change for 2 players in a few places. So I'm not gonna cover 2 players in this video, but I may make another video about the 2-player rules. This game was published in Iran. It is not available worldwide, unfortunately. And the other thing I want to mention is that this game is language independent. However, in these cards, you can see there are a couple of numerals and the names of the elixirs. So the names doesn't affect the gameplay whatsoever, but the numerals in the original game are in Farsi, so I have changed them in the Latin numerals so everyone could understand in this video. And that is it. So in this game, the players as alchemists want to grab different ingredients, mix them together, and make potions. These bluish purple cards and these like yellow cards, these are potions. these blue ones are dark potions, and these yellow ones are light potions. What you want to do in the game is to make a few potions, and you can gather some resources from them. Each potion gives you an ability and whatnot, which I will get into deeper. And you may even want to add a few potions together with a few extra ingredients and make elixirs, which gives you a whole lot more of points. The first player to hit the 30 victory points triggers the ending of the game. The game continues for 2 more rounds, and after that, the player with the most points wins the game. So this is the overall overview of the game. So before we start with the rules, I have to familiarize you with a few components. So what we have here is a bunch of cubes, 2 sacks, one white bag and one black bag. Each player gets a player board. Players don't have special powers, so the players have different looking alchemists, but the text on all of these are the same. And each player takes 3 containers. So 1 mortar, 1 sack, and 1 bottle. Okay, so let's talk about how to set up the game. So first of all, you have to prepare the cubes and bags. So what are these? These are the different ingredients in the game. I'm just gonna take a bunch. We have 7 different colored cubes in the game. 1 is black, 6 of them are different colors. And these 6 are the ingredients of the game. And this black one is the tarantula, which is not an ingredient and can bite you, but is also a wild ingredient as well. So what are these? The red one is heart suffering. The white one is crocodile's tears. The blue one is copper sulfate. Yeah, I'm reading this from a paper, so bear with me. The yellow one is sulfur stone. The green one is Jimson weed, and the pink one is Olinder. So these are different ingredients. In Farsi, many of them make more sense, but we have these ingredients and the colors on the containers. And as you can see, let me grab these and show you here. As you can see, on each container, these ingredients are printed. So the yellow and the blue one go to this container. The red and the white one go to this one. And the green and the pink one go to this one. And that makes sense because these 2 are like herbal things. So they go to the mortar. These 2 are kinds of stones, so they go to the sack, and these 2 are liquid, so they go to the bottle. Okay. And the 7th kind is the tarantula. So you have 10 of each, so you have a total of 70 cubes in the game. In the published version of the game, you have a couple of more cubes as backups. I think 7 more, 1 of each, but you have to not use them in the setup. So how to prepare the bags? You have to separate 6 tarantulas, 6 black ones, and 6 colored ones, 1 of each, and put all of them in the black bag. You can take all the rest and put in the white bag. Okay, our bags already. Each player takes a player board and one of each containers, and you shuffle the cards. You shuffle the dark potion cards and draw 5 and put in this row. You shuffle the light potion cards and draw 4. Sorry. And you shuffle the elixir cards and you draw 3. So 3, 4, 5. Then, if you look at the elixir cards, at the very bottom of this paper scroll thing here, you see a couple of cubes. That part tells you these how many cubes you have to pick from the white bag and put on the card. So this card has 4, so I have to take 4 from the bag and put on next card. 2 for this one. Okay, the thing is you can't pull black cubes on elixir cards. So if you take a black one, just disregard it for a second. And when you're done with this part, simply put the black one back into the bag. Okay, so we are ready to play. You choose a start player. In the game, it is specified that the person who is being cured with a cure or have been poisoned with a poisoned or have been immortalized with an elixir should start the game. So let's assume that person is this blue player here. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards first. So these potion cards, these come from the potion books. The dark book contains dark potions and the light book contains light potions. And if you take a look at each potion card, you see this information. On the very right, there is a medallion of some kind that shows that the kind of that potion. So this is a poison because it has this symbol here. And this one is a cure. So potions can be cures and poisons, and light or dark. So here we have a light. Oops. Here we have a light cure. This is a light poison. Dark poison. Dark cure. So that's that. This part here shows if you make this potion, you get this many points. This part here, above this line, tells you the cost of this potion. So this one takes 2 red, 1 green, and 1 pink. And at the very bottom, you see the ability of the potion. So I'm going to talk about the abilities later. So if you take a look at this elixir of obedience, for example, up here you see the name, the points. Here it shows the potions that you need to make these elixirs. So as I said before, if you want to make elixirs, you have to mix different potions that you have already made together to make this elixir. So this one requires 2 dark potions. It doesn't matter if they are cures or poisons because it's not specified. And at the bottom, it just shows the number of cubes you have to put on the card. This one requires 4 potions. 2 of them should be light, 2 dark, and it requires exact potions. So this one means a light poison, a light cure, a dark cure, a dark poison. So you have to spend those exact potions to make that. What are these cubes on the cards? So these cubes are the cost added to all of that potion stuff that I just talked about. So to make this elixir of transmutation, you have to pay 2 dark potion cards and one light cure card and a green one, a blue one, a white one, and a red one. We're going to talk about all of that a bit more. This is how this is the anatomy of the cards. So what you can do in your turn is simply doing one of the three actions. The first action is taking from the white bag. The second action is to take from the black bag. The third action is to make something, either a potion or an elixir. So white, black, make something. If you want to, sorry. If you want to make a I'm sorry. If you want to take ingredients from the white bag, what you do is you take 5, and assuming none of them are black cubes, you can draft these cubes. So let's say this player took these 5. First we check and see that none of them are black cubes. Okay, good. Then this player chooses 3 of these 5. Let's say they chose these 3 and they put them in the respective containers. As you can see on the containers, we have these shaded squares indicating that each container can just contain 5 cubes. So you can put blue or either blue or yellow cubes on this container, but total of blue and yellow cannot exceed 5. So when this person chose 3 of those cubes, they would pass the remaining 2 to the player on their left. In this case, they didn't give them any choice because both of them are blue. So this player here chooses one of them and keeps it, passing the last one to the next player, and they have to keep that. So what happened here is the active player took 5 from the bag, chose 3, passed the remaining 2. The next player here chose one of the 2 and passed the other one to the next player. As you can see in 4 and 5 players, not all players get something from the white bag. So that's how you take ingredients from the white bag. But no, something is missing. What if I took a black cube? So if when you take 5 cubes from the white bag, at least one of them is a black cube, what happens is the black one was the tarantula, remember? So what happens is that this tarantula bites your hand and you get no ingredients. You take this black cube, the tarantula, for yourself. You take this damn thing for yourself and you throw the remaining cubes in the black bag. Where does this cube go? This cube goes to any container that you want. How does this cube help you? We will see in the future. But for now, what you can see is that this cube takes 1 space on the container that you put it in. So that's the main thing for now. The black cube has a couple of uses, which I'm going to talk about in the future. So what if from the 5 that I took, I got more than 1 black cubes? So like this, I got 2. I keep 1 and I put all the other 4 in the black bag. So it doesn't matter how many black cubes you take from the white bag. Okay, so this is how you take ingredients or cubes from the white bag. What if I want to take ingredients from the black bag? And what is the difference between these two bags? As you can remember from the setup of the game, the number of black cubes in the black bag is too much at the very beginning. You have 6 black cubes and 6 other cubes. I actually put 4 for demonstration in here. Let's take them out for a second. So at the beginning of the game, you have only 12 cubes in here. Now it says 13 because I put something there, but at the beginning of the game, you have 12 black cubes in the black bag and only 4 black cubes and a whole bunch of colored cubes in the white bag. So this is the difference. You have, at the very beginning of the game, you have too many black cubes in the black bag. Okay, going back to the actions that players can take. If I want to take cubes from the black bag, I take 5, just like the white one. If there is a black cube, at least one black cube from what I've drawn, I keep the black cube, putting the rest into the black bag. So this is exactly the same as when I drew black cubes from the white bag. No difference here. But if I was lucky and none of these 5 were black cubes, then I can keep all of them. So no choosing 3 and passing the remaining to the next player. The difference with the white bag and the black bag is that you push your luck taking cubes from the black bag, but if you succeed, you get to keep all of it. Okay, so play continues with drawing and all that. Then a player wants to build something or make a potion. So what they do is that they pay the cost printed on the card. So if they, for example, want this card, they pay 1 yellow and 2 blue cubes. And when I say they pay, let's say this is my situation. So I can play the other. Okay, let's say I have 2 blue cubes and 1 yellow, and I want to build this card. 1 yellow, 2 blue. Great. I take all of these ingredients, I put them in the white bag, and I just simply take this card and put it somewhere here. That's it. We take a new card and put it where the other one was. That's making a potion, dark potion. This is exactly the same if I want to make a light potion. Light potions are more expensive, but they give you more points as well. Okay, so this is how you make a potion. What if I wanted to make a elixir? How does that work? So let's say from rounds before this one, I have already made these 2 potions, and I have a yellow and a green. So before I talk about that, I have to tell you something, and that is that one uses of this tarantula or black cube here is it is a wild ingredient. So when I'm paying for something, I can pay this black one as any other ingredient. So for example, if I were to make, I don't know, this one, I could pay one white and one black instead of this green, this red one. Okay. So let's say I have these two cards and these two cubes. If I want to make this elixir, I would simply discard these two cards printed on the card and discard these two ingredients as the ingredients needed. And I would take the elixir card, which gets me 13 points. This elixir of obedience. All of these ingredients will go to the white bag, and you take another elixir. You check how many cubes are at the very bottom of the card. In this case, there are 4. You take 4 from the white cube and put it on the card. So for the person who wants to build this elixir of love, they have to pay 2 light potions, 1 dark cure, with 2 white cubes, 1 blue and 1 yellow. Okay, what happens to these 2 cards? They get discarded, and that means they go to the discard pile. And the discard pile is up here. Okay, so a few other things before I get into the other rules and how cures and poisons work. And after I took a sip of my water, let me talk about the different rules when you should put cubes in the white bag, when you should put them in the black bag. That can kind of get confusing. So the rule here is you have to put cubes in the white bag in every instance. Anytime you had question which bag should I put it in, you have to put it in the white one. The only exception to that is when you take cubes from any bag and there is at least 1 black cube in the middle of what you took. In that case, you keep the black cube and you discard the remaining ones in the black bag. So this is written here at the very top, which is the tarantula bite rule, to remind you, if you took a tarantula, put it in the black bag. In any other case, just put it in the white bag. Okay. Since we are on this page, let me talk about these as well. So the other thing is that tarantulas could be used as any wild ingredient, and you can keep your tarantulas to become 3. So if I take in a few rounds a bunch of tarantulas, so that means I have been unlucky too many times, and I can spend 3 tarantulas as 5 different ingredients. So that means if I had 3 tarantulas, I can just pay those 3 and take this card. Doesn't matter what the cost is. Okay, so the thing that remains is that what does cures and poisons do? So cures are very simple. Take this cure, for example. This cure can give me extra ingredients for making more potions or elixirs or all that. So if I use this cure, I can use this cure as 2 yellow or 2 green. I cannot mix and match. For example, I can't spend it for 1 yellow and 1 green. It's either 2 yellow or 2 green. And the more important thing is, so let's say I had this card and I had it here. If I choose to use this card as the ingredients, this card would be used. That means that I cannot use this card as a part of the cost of an elixir in the future. So when you make potions, you have to choose, do you want to keep them and then discard them to make elixirs, or do you want to use them and like put them on this side? In the print version game, we put these cards like beneath this player board. Oh, I can't do that actually. Yeah. If I use this card, I will put it beneath my player board so that the number only shows. This shows that I have gained to the points on the card don't get destroyed. So I get these 2 points, but I just cannot use this card to make elixirs in the future. So as you saw here, when I made this elixir, I got rid of 2 cards. So I lost 2 points from that. Lost 2 cards with the points. So this one is a 2-pointer. The other one was a 3-pointer. So I lost 5 points to gain 13. So that's 8 extra points making this elixir. But this one, I use the ability of the potion, but I get to keep the card and get to keep the victory point as well. So this is how you use cures. What about poisons? And before poisons, let's see what is the difference between dark cures and light cures. So dark cures give you 2 ingredients, but you have a choice between 2 of them. So if I take this one, for example, no, this is a poison, another poison, another poison. Okay. This one gives me either 2 yellow or 2 blue. I think I made the point. And just to be organized. Okay, but these ones here give you a bunch of so for example, this one gives you 4 points, and if you use it, you have 2 wild. It's like you have 2 black cubes. You can even mix this with physical black cubes to get to those 3 here that we discussed before. So this is very powerful. We have cards that show just ingredients, but you get to use as 3. So that's pretty good. The poisons let you discard or steal cubes from other players. So this one is a dark poison and lets you discard 3 cubes from another player's bottle. So you can see that players are building up to making potions or winning the game or anything, and you can use poisons on them and discard their cubes. This one right here lets you steal 2 cubes from a person's bottle, another player's bottle. That is, if that player doesn't have a tarantula in that bottle. So, do you remember that I said black cubes or tarantulas have a couple of effects? So the first one is if you take a tarantula, when you're getting cubes from any of the bags, it bites. So that's a bad thing. The other one is that you can use one of them instead of one ingredient, or you can use 3 of them instead of 5 ingredients, or you when you keep one of them in your containers, that containers becomes immune to poison. So if I had this tarantula here in this bottle, the other cubes in this bottle would be immune to any poison, discard or steal poison or anything like that. So play continues. One player reaches 30 points. So let's say this player got to 30 points by making these 2 elixirs. This is 33 points. So this player right here got to 30 points. Play continues 2 more rounds, ending with this player. So the player who triggered the end of the game plays 1 more turn, but other players play 2 more rounds. So this player triggered the end of the game. This player goes, then this one, then this one, then this, then this, then this person, and goes. And after this person's turn, the game ends, and you tally up all these scores. Scores come from potions, light or dark, elixirs, or any remaining black cubes, tarantulas, or ingredients in your containers. So each 1 black cube or 3 ingredient will give you 1 point at the end of the game. And the winner is the person with the most victory points. What if 2 people tied together? The tiebreakers are things that I do not remember right now, so I will put them in the description of the video as for you guys all to see. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Sorry if I made a few mistakes and took a few sips of water, but hey, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you can one day have a chance to give it a go and tell me what you think. Thank you.